Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are catching the ferry back over to Malta. Our plan is to have a drive around Valletta. I'm not sure we'll be able to actually park up because we have read that it's quite hard to get parked in Valletta, but we're going to see what's there, and I've heard it's a beautiful historic capital city, so we'll have a look.
When I shut my feelings out, you look at me like I'm different. Still you stay cause you feel something real. Get so lost in my moments. Doesn't mean I don't need you. I fell in love with your colors. They kinda tell me what I'm thinking. I fell in love with the way we are and the way we lose it. There's something different about us, and the reason why we stay. We fly around like paper planes. They never know where we will fall. Nobody can see us, still they wanna tear us apart. There's something different about the way we are. There's something different about us. There's something different about us. We're pouring cup after cup after cup. Yeah, it's just the way we do it. Anything just to block out the real life, real life. Yeah, we're loving the way they think we're so messed up. what we're doing is bad. There's so many emotions, sharing stories that we never had. Yeah, none is real. I think we're searching for reasons not to be like them. We fly around like paper planes. They never know where we will fall. Nobody can see us, still they wanna tear us apart. There's something different about the way we are.
Good morning, everybody. It is our last day of nearly 2 glorious weeks in Malta, and to say I'm sad is an understatement. It's just beautiful here. Every view just seems picturesque, and yeah, we've had a lovely time. I am spending the morning, in fact I've been up really early this morning, since just gone 7 o'clock. I have nearly finished packing, I cleaned up, I brought all the washing in, I've done another load of washing, and there's also another load waiting to go out, and I thought I'd have a couple of hours out by the pool. Nobody else is out here. My husband is awake, but nobody else is awake yet. And I just thought I would stay here for the last couple of hours, getting a little bit of extra sun. I am in the pool. It is really cold, but I have got the biggest mozzie bite on my leg. I don't know what it is, but I don't get bit like a regular person. Yeah, they are horrific. It was very red, and you could see where the infection was. I've been using an antibiotic ointment that we always buy in America, and that has really taken it down, but the bite still looks really nasty, and I can only really be out in the sun, in fact anywhere, for so long without cooling it down, because it starts to itch, hence why I keep getting in the pool. But yeah, it's the pool isn't as freezing as it was when we arrived. I think the first week, I mean, we've had glorious weather the whole 2 weeks, but the first week wasn't quite as warm, whereas this week it has just been absolutely glorious, and it's really warm, and it's definitely heated the pool a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna be really sad to leave. I think we are leaving at about, I can't remember if it's 1 or 2 in the morning. Our flight is at 5:20, and we need to make sure that we get the ferry from Gozo over to the main Malta island. And yeah, obviously can't take any risks with timings, so I think we're leaving either 1 or 2. I can't remember what we worked out, but I think plans for today are we're just going to go and have a sort of lunch somewhere, and then maybe a last minute sort of walk around, bit of a potter. I know my daughter's friend wants to get another bracelet, and we found this little row of they're like market stalls, and there's probably about 3 or 4 shops with these lovely old ladies in each of them, and the whole shop is just full of knitwear that they have all knitted themselves. And yeah, I feel like I want to get a cardigan for my granddaughter today. I feel like I want to contribute, because I feel like they've worked really hard, and yeah, I just feel like I would be giving something back, if that makes sense. Obviously they're all brand new, it's not like a charity shop or anything, but yeah, they were really lovely ladies. I think the first shop I went into was the nicest lady, and she was probably the least pushy. So yeah, I plan to get a cardigan for my granddaughter, and maybe something for me, I'm not really too sure. And I wouldn't mind a little bracelet as well. So yeah, we're just gonna have a potter this afternoon. We've got food to eat in for tonight. We've been really good actually this time. Normally, most self-catering holidays, we end up having loads and loads and loads of wastage, but we have run down the fridge quite well. We do have food for tonight, but we are going to go out for some lunch. So, yeah, last day. Very sad, and I've heard so many people say that the weather is just rubbish back home, so that makes it even harder to go back to. Good morning everybody, we are back home. It is now the next day. I think we got in, it was just before 1 yesterday, as in 1 in the afternoon, and none of us had really slept. I think maximum on the flight might have caught an hour. Because of our flight time, well, all of us ended up not going to sleep. It just didn't seem worth it at all. So yeah, got home about 1 yesterday, and we were all asleep. I think my daughter was flat out by about, it was before 6 o'clock, and then me and my husband were probably asleep by 7, I'd say. And then I did sleep all the way through this morning, which was lovely. My daughter actually woke up thinking that she'd only been asleep for like a few hours and thought it was dinner time. We were like, no, it's the next day. But yeah, we really needed that, because having no sleep the day before, we just needed to catch up. But yeah, I just thought I would end this video with a couple of things, just a little bit of a roundup really about the whole holiday, and then I do actually have some hauls. I've got some bits that I bought for my granddaughter. I've got some ZARA bits, and then some food bits that we were eating out there that we absolutely loved. I have come home, which I'm hoping is hay fever. My nose just feels really irritated. So I don't think it is a cold. I think it is hay fever, and I've been sneezing loads since I got back in the country. It was just so annoying because hay fever just makes you feel rubbish. But anyway, yeah, summary of the holiday, absolutely loved it. I think Malta is such a stunning place. If you are inspired and love architecture and just are in awe of it like I am, then it's definitely the place for you. I just think the buildings are fairly similar-ish in colour, all kind of like that palish, creamy, stony colour. But like some of the houses have columns outside the front door. It's just stunning. I absolutely loved it for that. Incredible beaches, stunning water like I've never seen water before. The colour was just, yeah, absolutely stunning. And yeah, I'd say that everyone automatically spoke English, which is obviously a bonus. I don't think I actually mentioned this, but if you've been to Malta, you'd know. They drive on the same side of the road as us, and they also use the same 3-pin plug sockets as us, which I always think is a bonus because you don't have to take the adapters and things. So yeah, that was definitely a bonus. I don't know if this is a Maltese thing, but it was only on one day, to be fair. But we drove to the capital city, Valletta, and twice in one day we witnessed a lot of aggression. So 2 separate instances, which were both us in our car, didn't affect us in the slightest, but the Maltese driving is definitely different to UK. I'd say very sort of aggressive, not as in they aggressively driving as in themselves, as in, what am I trying to say? They're not aggressive themselves, it's aggressive driving. So it's very much like if there's a tiny gap I'm going through and you need to stop, sort of thing. And a lot of the streets are really, really, really slim. And then this one particular day, on 2 separate occasions, we witnessed extreme road rage. So the first case was, we didn't actually see what happened, but I'm presuming it was something to do with one person wasn't happy about the way the other drove. I don't know. The next thing we know is that 4 people, so 2 out of each cars, fly out their cars. They're literally having fisticuffs. This was 2 cars in front of us, punching the lights out of each other. Then the one guy goes to his boot, which at that point my heart sunk. And I think this is really sad coming from the UK. This is how our brains are wired up. I'm thinking, oh my God, it's going to be a machete, it's going to be a knife. It was funny at the time. I'd say actually more funny afterwards for me. Everyone else in the car found it funny, but I don't personally like witnessing violence or aggression or anything. I just don't like it. It freaks me out. He pulled out a collapsible chair to start hitting the other guy with, which, yeah, looking back now is really funny. But yes, that was the first thing, like properly beating the crap out of each other. And then they kind of resolved it, got in their cars and drove on, which is just mental. And then that same day we were driving home, we got on the ferry and we went upstairs, did the ferry crossing, came back down to our car like we always do. And we came back down to shouting. And there's 2 guys, I don't even know what they were having beef about because their cars weren't even near each other, but they were shouting. The partner or wife or girlfriend of the one guy got out and was restraining him because he was wanting to go over and I presume punch his lights out. And it is a bit weird because that was both in one day. So I don't know if that was just like a blip in the system or that is how the Maltese sort out a bit of beef, by having a punch up. I don't know. But anyway, I didn't like that. Everyone else in the car found it funny, but I just don't like, I hate witnessing fights. I would never, ever, ever watch boxing. I just do not like it. So yeah, that was the only kind of like strange thing that happened. But I think before we went, we had reservations about Gozo, worrying that it was going to be too quiet for us and that we'd made a bit of a boo-boo, that we should have gone over to the main island. But overall, no, I love Gozo. It's just got this peaceful, tranquil, chilled out kind of feel about it, which I really, really, really loved. I am happy. I've come back with a bit of a tan and my freckles are out. So I absolutely love that. I love it when my freckles come out. And I'm really starting to love my hair now. I think now I've washed it a few times and it's been a little bit sun bleached. I feel like it's changed the look and I love it. So I did actually have a shower the one day and wash my hair, and Isla's friend Nicola came in. She was like, have you coloured your hair? And I'm like, no. And she was like, oh my God, it looks totally different. So yeah, it is amazing what a few washes and a bit of sunlight does. But yeah, I really, really love it now. It does need a wash, but this is, I think, day 3 and it's lasted really, really well. It's not kind of greasy like it normally would be. So yes. Right, let's get on to the hauls. So there's a few food bits that we brought back with us that we loved out there. So one thing that seems to be quite traditional is pistachio and I think white chocolate filled croissants. Pistachios are everywhere out there. Pistachio cream, fresh pistachios, pistachio ice cream, and I love pistachios. So I bought back a couple of these pistachio spreads. I bought one from the Greens supermarket and I bought one from Lidl, and yeah, they look fairly similar maybe that one is slightly darker. Yeah, slightly darker. So yeah, I bought 2 of these back because I thought I would try and make the croissants that we saw out there. My daughter was obsessed with them, and I think they'd be really easy to use. And then one other thing I bought, so when we arrived, I bought 2 jams because I always love getting these. I don't know what they're actually called, but it's essentially like bread that's like hard, like a cracker. It's hard to explain. Oh, sneezing fit. And so I bought strawberry and I bought pear because normally whenever we go abroad, I always buy, I think it's apricot or peach jam. So I thought I'd go a bit different. Oh my gosh, pear jam is divine. So I did bring one back with me, and you'll have to let me know. I've never seen this in this country. I do Ocado shops, and I'm just wondering whether they would have pear jam because they tend to have like slightly different things to the norm, but I don't do Ocado very often, but I might have a look because it is divine. If you can get your hands on pear jam, do it because it's really, really, really delicious. Oh my gosh, my nose. I'm sorry. Okay, I bought some ZARA things, ZARA home bits. I do love it when I'm out in Europe because it is cheaper than the UK. And they had some special price things. So I can't remember exactly what the prices were, but I think these towels were like $7.99 each, I think. So the first one I bought was for the ensuite, which is just a really lovely cream colour with this black edging, and it's got a little hanger. And I'm going to show you now. This is my curtains, my drapes, with the black edging. I don't know, I just think it looks really nice, just like cream with the black edging, and I thought that would look really lovely in the ensuite. Did buy a slightly smaller size, and I'm so cross with myself because I went to take the label off this morning, which are one of these like papery ones. Normally you can pull them and rip them. I pulled all of the black edging off. I'm so mad. So I've kind of folded it over, and I think I'm just going to leave that one permanently out for show because it's, yeah, threads hanging everywhere. I'm so stupid. But yeah, really like that one. And then for a main bathroom, we've got like a little bit of green in there. This is very, very dark green. But this is, it almost looks brown on camera, but it isn't. It's a very, very dark, and I mean dark green. Don't know if, yeah, it sort of shows up. But yeah, really nice waffle towel, hand towel, and again a little hanger. So I got that for the main bathroom, sorry. And then I got some of these. I got 2. These are for the conservatory. So I feel like I want a mismatch of photo frames on the wall, and I've collected some already, and I've got some old ones that I can use. And I just saw these, sorry, it's making loads of noise. I saw these and really, really loved them, and I love the fact that they've got the linen in the middle. So I don't know, you could even get like a flower and dry it and have the linen as a background. But these are stunning. Can you see the linen insert? So pretty. These were $9.99 each, which is a little bit more on the expensive side for 2 photo frames, but I really like them. They're really good quality, and like I said, I loved the linen look inside. So I did get 2 of those, but obviously they're in euros. And ZARA tends to be a lot cheaper out in Europe. If I say a lot, a little bit cheaper than the UK. So I don't normally spend a lot in ZARA. I tend to buy from ZARA Home only in the sales, but I'm on holiday, or I was on holiday, and I thought I would treat myself. And I have been collecting a few frames here, there and everywhere. Okay, some next items. These are all for my granddaughter. Now, the first item I'm going to show you is just beautiful. So in Victoria, which was probably about less than 10-minute drive away from where we were. That's kind of the main part of Gozo. That's where the supermarkets were, and it's not overly touristy. There are a few, and I mean a very few, touristy shops that sell like bracelets, homemade stuff. Anyway, there was this row of ladies. I think it was 3 or 4 separate stalls, and they all sold hand knitted goods. And it was like an Aladdin's cave. You kind of go, they've got them displayed outside, and then you go through into this like dark room that's not lit very well. And there is just knitwear on every single possible wall space you can imagine. And it's all hand knitted. And I got speaking to this lovely lady who, I asked her, was it just her that made them? She said, no, there were other ladies. I said, your hands must really hurt. And she said, my hands are really, really, really bad, which is sad. I remember years and years and years ago, my mum used to knit all the time. My mum gave up because it hurt her hands. But anyway, I didn't buy that day because my husband and my son were moaning. So I said that I'd go back. I went back and only one of the shops was open, not the first lady, which I was really sad about. But anyway, the lady I bought from was lovely. And I kind of went away and thought about it a lot. And I know it sounds really, really silly, but I just felt like I wanted to buy something of theirs. Not for the sake of it, because their things were beautiful, but just because you can tell they work so hard, and I've got no clue how much business they do. And I just felt like I wanted to give something to them for their hard work. So I bought this cardigan for my daughter. Now, I was looking for ages. She was literally just shutting up shop, actually. And I just wanted something plain that could go with anything. There was 2 very similar, the one that I bought, and then there was one with a hood. I decided to go for this one because we are approaching summer. But yeah, it's just beautiful. It's a lovely cable knit cardigan. It's so soft, and it's just stunning. It's got fairly simple buttons, V-neck. Oh, and I just love it. I absolutely love it. And that's probably the best thing I have brought back from Gozo, is something that is handmade, and I feel like I did some good buying it. And yeah, it's quite big, so I think this is going to fit my granddaughter for quite a while. It seems really long in the sleeves, actually, so it might need to be rolled up a little bit, but the workmanship is just beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. And yeah, they must spend hours and hours and hours in that place knitting. So yeah, I feel really good that I bought that. And I know it might sound silly, but I really do. It's, at the end of the day, supporting local businesses, isn't it? Which, you know, you should try and do in whatever country, really. So the next few bits I've got are from a shop called Kiabi. Now, I tend to buy for my granddaughter every time I go to Europe if they've got a Kiabi there. And yeah, it's a really, really affordable shop. It does have like women's wear, men's wear, and I just find the children's wear is really, really beautiful. So I picked up a few bits for her. I got these to begin with. These were €12, and I just think they are beautiful. Really lovely, quite a vibrant green, little sort of trainer with the Velcro. And what I love was this. Some little rubbery toggles with a flower. I just think they made them. So I bought those to begin with. And then I picked up this t-shirt, which was reduced to £2.95, which is just crazy. Really beautiful with the frills. I did pick that up in age 6 because it seemed quite small, I thought. And I picked up some 3/4 length little leggings. These don't actually have the price on them. I think I might have taken the tags off quite a few bits. So I think these were all reduced. I'm not sure if these were like 4 something, but look got little heart balloons all over them. They're so beautiful. And they've got the lilac, so she could easily wear that lilac top with it. This I loved, keeping to my strawberry theme that I love. And I did pick this up in a size 6, but because they were quite cropped, and I think I know my daughter well enough to know that she would not put Esme in crop tops. So I went a little bit bigger, and it was actually the sleeves that I loved on these. So like gathered, but then fluted. And it's just beautiful, really beautiful. So I picked that one up. I can't remember how much that was. I bought some little pink cycling shorts. They're so tiny. And I got these in a 5 because the waistband seemed quite tight actually. So I got those, lovely vibrant pink. This I love and I thought would go with the trainers. A really lovely t-shirt, but I love the little pocket detail. So yeah, I think they would go really well with the trainers. And then this I got in a size 5, just a pink top. And it says Little Seed of Love with a little apple. Love it. So I got that one as well. And then I went to a shop called LC Waikiki. It's again seemed quite like a discounted store. Not discounted. I suppose maybe on par with like Primark or somewhere like that. So I picked up my granddaughter a kind of like, I would say spring, yeah, more of a spring coat, maybe summer because of how weather is. This was reduced from €22.95 to €14.95. I did get this in a 5 to 6 because they only had, I think, 3 left. They were all 5 to 6. But you can also pull it in, and obviously she could turn up the sleeves. It's a really lovely cherry print, and it's got a hood. So yeah, I really love that. And I don't know if my granddaughter has a spring coat yet. Probably not. I then picked this up for €3.45. It was reduced from €6.95. And I don't know why I was drawn to this. I just thought it was really cute. I quite like the little neckline on it. How beautiful. A lemony top. I did get this in 5 to 6 again. They did have a smaller size, but I don't know, it looked too small. So I picked that up. I got some Disney leggings. These were $5.95 from $7.95, and I just loved the little print. They're like a ribbed effect, but they've got Minnie, Mickey. Oh, it is just Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse and some really cute flowers. So yeah, love those. And then I picked up these, which I adore. These were full price at $5.95, but again, like so cheap. They are some lilac ribbed leggings, and they've got lemons on them, but they've also got the same pocket that the Kiabi top has, which is just like a little frill, and it actually goes at the front. So I thought that was really, really, really cute. So I got that. And then one last thing. These are in the sale for $2.95 from $4.95. A pack of socks. Got some spots with a flower, plain with happy, and some funky flowers. So I thought they were really cute as well. And I got those in 5 to 6. They do look maybe a little bit big for Esme, but obviously if they are, then they'll fit at a later date. And then the last thing I picked up, I saw this at the till and I just thought they were so cute, and will go with the things that I bought. So it's a pack of 2 sets for €2.45, and they are these hair grips. So I don't know if you can see, but the bottom yellow ones have lemons in, and then the top ones have like pineapples and things in it. Really cute. And they're like a plastic bubbly effect. €2.45. So yeah, I picked those up at the till. And that is everything that I brought back. I did bring some crisps and things back and some other like boring bits, like some noodles. It was basically food that we had left over in the cupboards, and we had some weight left in our main suitcase. And I didn't want to waste it. We were really, really, really good this time. I'd say this is the best holiday for non-wastage. There was a few bits left, like an unopened milk and just little bits. We left those in the fridge because I always think whoever comes and cleans, it's just something they can take away with them if they want to, or they can throw it away. So yeah, there was a few bits I brought back with me that I could, rather than wasting it. And then we left a few bits in the fridge. And I think there were some ice creams in the freezer that we left as well. But yeah, lovely holiday. Back to reality today. It's now Sunday, and today I've got a few things planned. I need to go to Next because I've had an order waiting there for over 2 weeks. Actually, I had to ring them because it was due to go back and they extended it. So I need to go and pick up those bits, and then I think I'm going to have a look around Home Bargains. I have filmed a Shein try-on this morning. There wasn't loads. I've tried on those little bits this morning, so that video will be coming. It's not like really, really long. But yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed the Malta vlogs and this little haul at the end. We had a lush time, but back to reality, back to work tomorrow. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. If you aren't already subscribed, there is a little sub button below, and if you could give this a huge thumbs up, I would really appreciate it, as it does help people find my channel. Take care everyone, and I will see you really, really soon in the next one. Bye.
How did we end up here in the corner looking like enemies? We used to be the team people talk about, what a chemistry. I can see it in your eyes. You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb, what we